going to be the victim of a pickpocket, they might be next to you. Pickpockets might try a pocket, there's nothing they can get their hands on, they just leave it, and you'll never know it's even done.
When I look at one of these bags, I see that the person behind you can open up your backpack.
Okay.
You can actually open my backpack more easily than I can. Phone and wallet goes in the smallest pocket because you want to be able to find it quickly,
right.
Which happens to be furthest away from you as the actual user.
And the most convenient as a pickpocket to get access to. So, as a pickpocket, I'll look for something simple. Look at that. You can't get much more simple than that. Very easy pocket to access, and then you'll speculatively dip here. Further example would be to actually just unzip these, which sounds impossible unless, you know, luckily there's the evidence. If you look on YouTube and so on, there's evidence you can just unzip that and you put your hand fully in and try and take out whatever's in there.
But wouldn't I notice it though?
The good point is that some people will, but a lot won't. And what happens is, me as a criminal, if you notice it, what's the worst case scenario? You feel something, let's say you feel that, and what do? You turn around.
I'm like, hey.
Well, you wouldn't even know that. You turn around thinking, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
And by the time you turn around, I've looked down like this.
You're just another person.
I'm just another person. You can see gangs walking down Oxford Street. Typically, there'll be start-stop motion, so you get to the pedestrian lights, so you stop, and someone just does this to your bag, and you know nothing about it, so you carry on across the road, you carry on down the pavement, you get to the next pedestrian lights, and someone else does that. Literally, full arm in. Again, relatively easy to undo zips on the back of people, and you know what, if you're skeptical about whether it can be done, YouTube it.
When I designed the RiutBag, I took all the zips off this side, which is where everyone else can get to it.
Yeah.
And instead I put all the zips here, but all the zips are this side. So when I'm wearing it, that's the kind of situation.
Can I give you two observations?
Yeah.
I choose my victim. If I have a choice of two, one's more likely to be successful than not. So what happens is, I imagine, is criminals will know the game. They'll look at every bag. First thing I look at someone's watch, like yours is easy to steal. I looked at it already. I look at watches, and I know which one's going to be more likely to steal. So I'd be astonished if a British-based pickpocket doesn't know this bag. You know your subject. So if, let's say, someone looks at the bag, they'll go, oh, you know what, that's a RiutBag. That means that person is conscious enough of what I do to have got one. That means that person is more likely for me to be a bad target compared to that person. Even just by having one, it means I will go, they're aware of what I do. As a pickpocket, I will choose someone else.
Just to be completely clear, can you actually pickpocket me when I'm wearing a RiutBag?
No.
You just can't do it?
No, I wouldn't bother. I'd choose someone else.